Most people think success is a reward. A prize you earn after enough effort. That's the lie. Success is not a reward. It's a consequence. And here's the uncomfortable truth no one tells you. Success doesn't arrive when you become good enough. Success arrives when your identity finally catches up with your goals. You can work hard forever and still feel stuck. Because hard work isn't the problem. You're missing the invisible layer that actually creates results. In this video, I'm going to expose what nobody tells you about success, and why it's not about effort, motivation, or talent. Let's be honest, most people are chasing the wrong thing. They chase success like it's a destination. Like a place you arrive at one day. But the problem is deeper. You're taught to believe success is a one-time event. Get the job, get the promotion, get the money, get the recognition. But reality is different. Success is a continuous process, not a finish line. And that's why most people feel like they're failing even when they're doing everything right. Here's the real issue. You're not failing because you lack effort. You're failing because you lack alignment. Your actions might be good. But your identity is still based on old beliefs. You're trying to become someone you haven't trained yourself to be. And the brain hates that. Over time, this mismatch creates burnout, self-doubt, constant comparison, and a feeling that success is for other people. The truth no one tells you is, success doesn't happen because you try harder. It happens because you become someone who naturally creates it. Most people believe success is reserved for the gifted. The naturally talented people. The ones who were born with it. That's the biggest lie. Because talent doesn't create success, practice does. Talent gives you a small head start. But practice gives you a long finish line. The problem is, people use talent as an excuse to avoid the hard work. They say things like, I'm not built for this. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the natural ability. And because they believe it, they stop trying. Talent becomes a mental barrier. And you never give yourself the time to build real skill. You stay in the same place while the less talented people pass you. Talent is a story. Skill is a process. So if talent isn't the real driver of success, then what is? Through identity. The real reason some people succeed is not talent. It's identity. Successful people don't just do things. They become the type of person who naturally does them. Here's what no one tells you. Your brain doesn't follow goals. Your brain follows identity. If your identity is, I'm someone who procrastinates, then your brain will sabotage your goals. Because it needs consistency. You can't outwork your identity. You can only upgrade it. If you keep doing things that don't match your identity, you'll feel stuck. Because your brain will keep pulling you back to who you are. Success isn't a behavior. It's an identity. So how do you change identity without burning out? This is the most dangerous myth. People think motivation is the engine. They wait for it to arrive. They wait for the feeling. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. And when motivation disappears, so does your discipline. That's why most people fail. The real system behind success is not motivation. It's consistency. Success is built through small actions repeated over time. If you wait for motivation, you'll never start. Or you'll stop as soon as life gets hard. Motivation is optional. Consistency is mandatory. So what do successful people do when motivation is gone? Successful people don't rely on feelings. They build systems. Systems remove the need for motivation. Systems create automatic progress. Here's what they do. They design their environment so it's easier to do the right thing than the wrong thing. They remove friction. They make the right choice the default choice. Because they know this truth. The brain loves ease. If something is easy, the brain will do it. Without systems, you rely on willpower. And willpower is limited. You will fail when stress hits. Willpower is a muscle. Systems are a machine. But what kind of systems actually work? Hard work is not enough. Not even close. Hard work without strategy becomes busy work. And busy work feels productive. But it produces nothing. Success requires direction, not just effort. Successful people don't work harder. They work smarter. They prioritize the actions that move the needle. They ask, what is the one thing that will create the most impact? They focus on it. They eliminate distractions. They stop doing things that don't matter. If you work hard without direction, you burn energy and get nothing. Hard work is loud. Results are quiet. So what do successful people prioritize that most people ignore? No one tells you that success is boring. Success doesn't happen in dramatic moments. It happens in quiet days. Repeated. Most people want results immediately. But success is not instant. It's compounding. The problem is, people give up right before the breakthrough. They stop at week 2. They stop at month 1. They stop at the point where change becomes real. Because they expected the reward to show up instantly. But real success is delayed. If you quit early, you never experience the real growth. You stay in the cycle of starting and stopping. Success doesn't appear. It accumulates. So what's the real thing that keeps people from compounding? Success is not free. It costs something. Not always money. Often it costs comfort. It costs social approval, short-term pleasure, the need to be liked, the desire to stay comfortable. Most people avoid sacrifice. They choose comfort instead. But comfort doesn't build a future. Comfort maintains the past. Successful people choose sacrifice because they understand. What you sacrifice today becomes your future reality. If you never sacrifice, you'll never grow. You'll stay where you are, safe, but unfulfilled. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Here's the truth nobody tells you about success. Success is not a reward for hard work. It's a consequence of who you become. If you want success, you must upgrade your identity. Build systems. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop chasing big action. Start compounding small actions daily. Most people will keep waiting for the right moment. They'll keep hoping for a shortcut. And they'll stay stuck. But you don't have to. If you want the real truth behind success. The kind that lasts. Subscribe, because the next video will expose the one mindset shift that turns average people into unstoppable ones.